Pietaro? What a little hater bitch.
Welcome to Ask Me Anything MSM Style. I am your host, Pietaro, publisher of Muscle Sport Magazine.
Time ago, being crazy meant something. Nowadays, everybody's crazy.
Would you eat your wife if you crashed an airplane and you survived and she died?
Ugats.
I guess if I did eat her, I would eat her pussy first. For old time's sake. I'm going to tell her that when I go home. We're going to close. You have the greatest questions in the world.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
You know what I would do if my wife's body was there? I would finally fuck her in the ass. And you can't stop me now.
You dick!
How you doing? My name's John Sikoris, and this is Sharif Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
Johnny! What's up? Welcome, everyone. Friday, here we are. Titan Medical Center presents Ask Me Anything MSM Style, and we are waiting for a very special guest, Kenny Ko. Mikey Crazy Hawk hooked this bad boy up. I cannot take any credit. Cannot take any credit. But what's it for the crazy Hawk, baby shark? We wouldn't be waiting for Kenny. Johnny, where you been, Johnny? Cassidy Campbell in the house. Oh, Johnny, I'm waiting for more great videos from you. You are a fucking excellent video man. You know that I'm very jealous for the men's. What am I then? Oh, man. I don't have any horse in any race. I want fucking hits. I'm here for I'm a media person. It's fucking business. Oh, I hate BS. What's up? Lying. Let me see him in person. He was at Olympia weekend, so was I. But Big Rob wasn't there. Blackstone Labs, yes, they made the announcement. Joe is so much uglier on my new tablet. Where is my... Oh, look at me, Jay. His giraffe ass. He does look like a tall guy. I'm going to ask him how he's tall. He is worse than Big Rob. Johnny, come on, just think about some of the things Big Rob put all of us, you and I included, through. Mikey says Kenny Ko is the truth. I believe Mikey. Clickbait, and we're all clickbait, Johnny. I'm the first one to admit. I put girl on girl kissing and all that. Oh, but yeah, Mikey fucking hooked my black ass up on this one. So we're waiting for Kenny to come on. He said he would be here, and I am waiting for him patiently. Oh, Father of Friday, man, Papa Joe. Thank you, baby. Fuck the haters. Kim Ass Fit Haynes. Hi, Kimmy. What's up, baby? Oh, Kim. John Bravo, please interview Kenny Ko. 3 questions. Oh, Johnny's infamous 3 questions video. With Big Rob Fitness. It started all of the fucking Big Rob Fitness shitstorm. Big Muscles Mike, what's up, Big MM? Vince Goodrum, he will die. No, he won't die. Heisman, what's up, Heisman? A shout out to Big Muscles Spartan Warrior, Big MM. Big, of course. Big Muscles Mike. He won't let me. I'll clown his ass interviewing him. I don't want to clown anybody. I do every interview as serious as a corpse. Savage Psycho Joe, we got cut off. That was not me the other day, brother. It was Instagram dropping me like a bad habit. Honestly, Joe, pretty disappointing you'll give me. Why? What's wrong with Kenny KO? I'm not going to lie, and I'll tell him the same thing when he comes on here. I didn't really know that much about him. Kenny KO, you're in. Let's go, baby. Everybody's waiting. All the guys are fucking waiting. The man Kenny KO here on Titan Medical Center presents Ask Me Andy MSM style. Hogan Claus, are you back from Thailand?
Hey.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up?
Thank you for joining us today. Hey, I said it before, but I want to say it with you on. If it wasn't for Mikey Crazy Hawk, this never would have happened. I got to give him all the credit for reaching out to you, fellow Blackstone Lab athlete, and fucking putting me in touch with you, bro. So thank you to Mikey for doing that.
Yeah, so let's give Mike, the round of applause.
I love Mikey. I love him and miss him because I haven't seen him in person in a while because he's in that fucking Hawaii fucking 50th state. It might as well be fucking in Laos or something. It's so far away. But let's get right into it, bro. I got to admit,
yeah.
I didn't really know that much about you. I've watched the videos. I'm very impressed that you were a firefighter. I think that's really fucking cool, bro. I just watched that video a few minutes ago.
Oh, damn, that's an old one.
Yeah,
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I'm a retired NYPD cop, so that battle of the badges shit, that's a bunch of fucking horse shit. Cops and fun. We always got along. I loved hanging out in firehouses and fucking taking a nap or watching fucking football or something. So much respect to you. And you got fucking balls for leaving that job to do, like you said, what you're passionate about.
Well, you know what they say, though? The thing that cops and firefighters have in common is that they both want to be firefighters.
I'm not going to lie. FDNY, much better job at NYPD, especially now. When I was on it in the 80s and 90s, at least we could do a little something fun. But fucking, any guy that fucking switched over to FD from PD, I always said, fucking move of the century, bro. Champ.
Yeah. No, but respect to you, too, though, for doing that, man.
Thank you.
That takes a lot to do.
Yeah, it does. In this day and age, it takes a lot more patience than I fucking would have had.
Dude, there's a lot that goes on now.
I couldn't deal with if somebody was throwing fucking milk at me. They would be spitting their teeth out like chiclets. But let's get back into some more fucking fun stuff with you. You had a really exciting Olympia weekend. I was there too. I wish I would have run into you in person. Would have been cool. You're a fucking big dude. How tall are you for real?
About 6'9". No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm fucking with you. No, I'm about 6'4". I think I'm about like 6'3.5", but everyone always claims the extra half inch, so I claim 6'4".
I'm a fucking 5'9" guinea when I'm like, like I got thick sneakers on. So 6'4" is pretty impressive. So, but I'm watching your videos and I'm looking at like some of the guys you're talking to, and I spoke to them, and I'm like, this guy fucking towers over himself. But you had a very interesting Olympia weekend at the Expo.
Oof,
and
the
whole thing.
And
I watched the
Expo.
Video. You said you and Mike, you kind of spoke about it off camera, and you kind of. Cooler head prevailed and all of that shit. So, do you want to catch anybody up on that maybe didn't catch that last video you just put up?
Oh, yeah. So, let's see. Well, I just put one up about 30 minutes ago, but I'll recap starting from Olympia. So, yeah, there was the Mike Rashid drama between Jeremy, Jordani, and myself, where Mike Rashid confronted all three of us. Obviously, I made a video on that. Basically, wanted to go to the men's restroom and spar with myself was the first comment he made to me. But I actually got to talking to Mike on the phone after all that drama unfolded. We made amends. We talked it out, hashed it out for what it is. Then after that, let's see, there was the Encore Beach Club after the Expo, where Jeremy's friends came up and confronted Jordani while we were just hanging out, having a good time at the pool party. Wanted to start like a fight there. Then, of course, let's see, what else? Jeff Sides, like best friend or whoever he is, wanted to fight me over asking whether Jeff Side was natural or not. So that was a topical one. There was a couple scenarios, too, I didn't get to catch on camera because I was by myself just kind of roaming around. where there were other individuals that wanted to, you know, get into altercations. But probably the biggest one I'd say, yeah, was like the whole Mike Rashid issue, just because it wasn't only myself, it was Jordani and Jeremy as well.
Yeah, yeah. Now I know the whole thing, the background with Jeremy, with the ex-girlfriend, and Mike was with the same girl, and I guess he was trying to protect, you know, like, you know, giving him shit for that. But I mean, there's a time and a place for everything. That was not the right fucking time. By no means am I defending Bonita. I think he's a fucking piece of shit in plain English. You know, I think he's a fucking twat for what he did, and the stupid shit he said. He's just been an embarrassment to this fucking industry. But I think Rashid could have went about it a better way. So now, what's the thing with your other friend now? How did he get involved in the whole thing now? Now,
are you talking about Jordani?
He's giving you shit for giving Jeremy shit. Like, how did that whole work out? Just give me like the cliff notes on that, because I want to make sure I'm up to speed.
Are you talking about Jordani?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So because me and Jordani made the video about Jeremy and bringing up Narman's past, who's basically the girl this all revolves around, or the primary girl it all revolves around. Then because Mike dated Narman, and I guess they recently, over the last couple of weeks, went through a breakup, Mike had a vendetta not only out for Jeremy, of course, but because Jordani spoke on Narman, I brought up Narman, and he was just, I guess, what he told me on the phone, trying to defend her. And I totally respected that. I was like, you know, if I dated a girl and was still in love with her, like Mike obviously is, then, you know, I'd want to do the same, you know, protect her image and defend her. So that was where we came to like that mutual understanding over the phone. And I removed the initial video because that was pretty much what the beef was over. Mike just wanted me to change a thumbnail that had a picture of Narman because she was talked about in the video. And he basically told me, hey, she wasn't even part of the video. You guys just brought her up. She shouldn't be part of the thumbnail. I just want that changed. So I did that, and then out of respect for Mike, took down the video and I made a follow-up video.
And that's cool. Yeah, you gave him your word and you stood by it. And so what was the whole thing with people getting served with papers and shit and court papers?
Oh, yeah. The legal process of YouTube.
I've been sued many times when I was a cop.
Oh, man, I feel you. It's still underway. I mean, I can't talk a lot about it just because, I mean, you probably know, like, the legal process and everything. But, yeah, I can talk on what happened at Olympia was Jordani was hanging out at his Young LA booth, which was right next to the one I was at. And I guess supposedly one of Jeremy's best friends just came up with the legal documents and served him at the expo. I don't even know if that's, like, legally possible or not. You know, obviously we're going to have to talk to my attorney who we're going through, because I don't know if it's you can just hand over confidential legal documents to a best friend and have them go serve someone out in public like that. But, yeah, we'll find out. So, basically, yeah, I guess he was just talking to fans, Jordani, that is, and out of nowhere, you know, Jeremy's best friend came up and served him the papers.
Yeah. As long as you acknowledge, you kind of, you know, and they hand it to you. I mean, I've gotten tricked and handed papers too, you know, while I was on duty and shit. But
yeah,
I know you can't comment on it, but it's like, what the fuck's he, you know, suing? It's got to be fucking horseshit.
Well, it's funny because I mean, I've been in so many now, bro. There was a point where the first one I would just avoid it, like I knew it was coming, and I'd avoid the person. Now it's gotten to a point where I see him in my driveway, and I just walk up to him like, hey, you probably have legal documents for me. You know, I'll just take them. So it's like I almost expect it now. So, yeah, it's gotten crazy that it's really come to that point over YouTube drama.
It is pretty fucking silly. I've gotten cease and desist over YouTube. So it's to me, it's such a fucking pussy fucking move to do that. It's like, just fucking ignore it or settle it like fucking men. You know, stop this fucking war shit and try to fucking drop a fucking. You're talking shit about me. Talk shit back. That's all. You know,
right?
That's the answer. You know.
Well, and that's my viewpoint too. Is that I mean, from my shoes, I would never sue someone over that. You know, I'd make a response video. I would maybe talk to them on the phone, one-on-one. I've never seen, you know, through someone else's eyes why they'd go down the legal route. Unless it's business-oriented or something, you know, mutual businesses, maybe your business partners and someone's trying to take the business from you. Oh, sorry, you cut out a little bit. Maybe it's my internet. I got no audio right now from your side. Let's see. I can't hear you. In 1 second. All right, are we good? Maybe? I don't know what happened. Let's see. Can you guys in chat hear me? Anyone in the comments? Let me know if you guys can hear me, or if it's just Joe. No. Yeah. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, cool. I guess I'll just run this live interview by myself. I think his mic might be muted somehow. If you guys can hear me. Okay, so it's going to restart. So I guess we'll start up another live stream here. Let's see when he ends it, and then I'll join the next one. Oh, Shane, I'll DM you, bro. I'll tell you the whole story.
All right, we're going to try to get Kenny back in here. All right. You can hear me now. All right, let's hope Kenny, I tried to tell him I'm going to restart, and I just sent him a thing. I'm still muted on your end. Are you fucking kidding me? You guys can hear me, though? The rest of you guys can hear me? Kenny can't. I can hear. All right, let's see. Please work. Work. Kenny declined. Kenny, try it again, man. And I apologize for this, but I have no control. Instagram has been like a fucking real kick in my balls lately. Everything I fucking been doing lately on this fucking Instagram. All right, so you guys can hear me. Let's see if we can get Kenny on. I just sent him a fucking come si chiama now.
Oh, right, maybe not. Bro, I don't know. I think it's Instagram. I think it's Instagram. What happened, bro? Because I joined, you ended it, and I went to your new one, and then I couldn't hear you still, and then all of a sudden I joined and I can hear you, so I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. It's been driving me fucking nuts, and even to get the replay to fucking record to put on YouTube, it's been a fucking horror show.
Oof. Yeah, so, gotta love Instagram, right?
Yeah, well, I love it, but it's buggy though. It has I think they need to get a better server, a bigger host. They have a lot.
Also, that shadow ban bullshit. Holy crap! I've had that so many times.
Like every other day, I'm shadow banned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Same.
You know. So let's go back into what we were talking about. We were talking about the serving and all of that, and with the girl and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah. So let's see, where did we leave off? Yeah, so basically Giordani got served. I got served probably a month before Giordani, but I guess he lives in a private apartment complex where they have like security out front, so the person that was trying to serve the legal documents couldn't get through, would be my guess. And then because he was at the expo in public, out in the open, I think Jeremy kind of saw the opportunity to send his friend over with the papers. And then also, so there was 3 in the lawsuit. There was myself, Giordani, and Chad Nooch, who are the 3 that Jeremy's going after in this. And then, unbeknownst to me, I guess Chad is in jail. So I guess it's up to me and Giordani, unless they let Chad out of jail, to come to the courtroom if he goes that far into that process. So I don't know. It's just kind of a fun situation at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
The YouTube drama.
I don't know the details. I know you can't tell the details, but as a journalist, I can tell you, you can't get fucking sued for reporting what's going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, you know, and also like if, like, you know, for an example, you have a guest on your show, when they say something, you can't be responsible for it. So if you're saying something about this kid and his girlfriend that his girlfriend put out there on social media, you're reporting on it as a fucking journalist. That's First Amendment. You're allowed to fucking do that. So I don't know. He's you know, he's going nowhere with that. It's going to get fucking chucked if it even gets that far. So I wouldn't sweat that fucking thing out at all, bro.
And for those of you that are watching, if you ever want to be in our line of field, just expect that. expect the lawsuits. That's what they don't really talk about. If you're into the drama, you know, you can do the fitness, workout, vlog type stuff and be totally fine. But if you like to touch on the drama at all, expect the lawsuits.
Yeah, definitely. Now, the thing that at the fucking pool party, now, was that the same pool party that PJ was broadcasting from?
Yeah, so I was there with PJ and Blackstone. We were there having a good time. There was a bunch of other teams. Then there was Giordani and their group of friends had another cabana. And basically there's 2 levels to the Encore Beach Club that we were at. And I went up to hang out with Giordani's group towards the end of the day. And that was when all of a sudden, and let me tell you, to get up to the 2nd level cabanas, you have to walk through so many groups of security and other cabana parties to get to where we were at. And I think it was maybe 3, 4, if I had to guess, out of nowhere. We're just all hanging out, having a good time. Approached Giordani and tried causing this, you know, huge altercation that I filmed and put on the YouTube channel. But I think it was really more just a publicity stunt. You know, I told my audience and people that watch, if you really have a problem with someone, more likely than not, you're just going to go up and start swinging on them. Or, you know, you're not really going to talk and hash it out. I think they really wanted people to whip out their cameras and cause this huge media stunt and, you know, flex for social media.
Yeah, and you even said Jeremy wasn't even there.
Yeah, so he wasn't even there. I think, yeah, I think he flew back to, I don't know if he lives in Huntington now, LA, or where he's at. But yeah, I guess he left the day before, 2 days before, something like that, back. And yeah, he wasn't even there. And it's like the whole situation was because of that. And then he was nowhere to be found. So
now, Mikey was telling me that he had the fucking Diaz brother from UFC that were fucking with him also, Jeremy, during the weekend?
Yeah, so I didn't bump into him, so it's just what people tell me. I don't know if he avoided me or, you know, maybe we just didn't happen to run into each other because I was at Blackstone here and there, but then I was also walking around the expo getting the footage. But, yeah, I never saw him in person. And he might have saw me, maybe went the other direction, but I never saw him. So I can't speak on what I saw or who he was there with. It's just really what people tell me or, you know, show me. So.
Yeah, those Diaz brothers are fucking maniacs. I wouldn't fuck with them.
Yeah.
Even if I had my Glock on me, I would say, all right, guys.
Yeah. I'm going to head out. Yeah.
But that's, to me, that almost seems like, you know, he was expecting shit, and Rashid was willing to give it to him. You know, I'm going to knock everybody out, and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, to me, Rashid, the only thing I really know too much about him is that when I spoke about C.T. Fletcher with the whole thing that happened in Iron Addicts in Miami. And C.T., you know, he forgave him. He said he's like a son to me, and he fucked up, and, you know, that's over. So, I mean, I don't, you know, to me, Rashid, he got a great podcast hit. He got with Dexter and Cutler to talk about the Rock show. I think he should concentrate on shit like that than trying to, be a fucking big shot in the middle of an expo and talk shit to even a guy who deserves it. I think he should say something else,
I think for him too is just really emotional. I think because he went through that breakup, however long ago it was, a couple weeks, a week ago, I think he still wanted the relationship, and because she was there and we were really the only people there he could take it out on or had anything to do with her in any type of way. I think he just kind of let his emotions get the best of him. So I don't know. There was a lot of tempers, a lot of steroids, a lot of testosterone in the environment. So tempers were flaring up, a lot of confrontation happening.
But I thought it was cool, like when you walked over to Low Blinder's booth, and I mean, he was joking with you, you were joking with him. It seemed like everybody was just like, having a fucking good time. Then put all the shit to the side, right?
Well, yeah, it happened. So that clip where I was filming with Mark, I remember I was talking to Mark, and like out of the corner of my eye, I saw like Mike Rashid and his group looking at me, and he kind of did this like waving me away motion, and that was where I talked to Mark, and I said to him like, "Yo, does Mike have a problem with me? Is it something I did?" Because I had no idea at that point what it was about. And then Mark said to me, because I'd recently put out like a Simian Panda natural or not video where some people believe Simian Panda was natural, and I gave my viewpoints on that. Mark's like, he's good friends with Simian. It's probably because you just recently put out that video. And I was like, oh, I mean, I guess that maybe makes sense. They're good friends, calling out his best friend, even though I've called out Simian in numerous videos. So I was like, you know what, it's fine, whatever. And then, that was when Mike approached with, a group of his friends behind him. And then, the first line, do you want to go to the bathroom and spar? I was like, oh, that's some good YouTube content. But no. But then what upset me was he told my videographer to stop recording, but they didn't know that, like, you could, keep recording. I could just blur out Mike, and then people on their own could guess who it is, most likely. So I was upset that they stopped recording, unfortunately, because it would have been some good footage to get for sure. But now, they know for next time. I was like, yo, just keep the camera rolling. Like, content's content. Even if Mike swings on me and knocks me out in one swing, like, I'll still upload that to YouTube. That'll be tons of views. Probably my most viewed video, Kenny KO gets KO'd by Mike Rashid.
Yeah. Now, you're a boxer for real also, too, as is Mike, I heard, right?
Yeah, not professional, though. I had boxed a lot of my early childhood for a long time. My dad was a Golden Glove boxer, boxed with a lot of pro boxers.
Wow.
But I never went pro in boxing. I know Mike is a professional boxer and whatnot. And
all right.
That's why I just said it's like there's kind of an ethic behind being a boxer where you kind of uphold this code where you don't really necessarily try and pick fights with people who aren't boxers.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. He's going around walking up to amateurs, people that probably never fought a day in their life, and trying to fight them.
Yeah.
So,
I hate where you're coming from. It's like a karate guy, only in self-defense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you only use it whether, you're in the ring or in self-defense. You don't really go out approaching people and trying to cause conflict.
Yeah. But I think it was pretty cool though how you walked around and you went to all these booths and all these people. But when they all see you in person, they're all like,
Oh, by the way, holy shit. Okay, the most crazy video is yet to come out though.
You were teasing, you have a lot of stuff coming out.
Oh, like there's one more from the expo, but I saved the best for last. It's absolutely crazy. It's in depth, both what happened at the expo and an interview with an individual who has something to do with the situation. So I can't spoil anything because everyone would start to hone in.
Of course not. I get you.
Oh, but I just remembered. Yeah, that'll be on Monday. The craziest one yet.
Though, can you give us a little teaser hint? It's no spoilers, but it's going to go on your channel anyway. So
let's see. How could I? He's one of the biggest names in the industry. And he's been in some Generation Iron Netflix documentaries. But it's pretty big news. No one knows. Or there's a couple people who know, but they're good friends. It's like, I can't even say a lot. Like, I gotta keep my mouth shut. I want to let it all out. But Monday, you guys will all hear all the information.
I'm looking forward to it. It's not Jason Genova, right?
No. I need to get that collab though soon. Next time I'm in Florida, which is nice now that I signed with like PJ and Blackstone, I might be out in Florida and can actually give Jason the collab he wants.
Good, yeah. Jason's a good guy, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
Does he have your cell phone number?
No, I didn't give him my cell phone number.
Blow it up.
I know, I knew that.
But he doesn't keep it on that long. It's very it's short and to the point, and then he goes, let it go, bro. Yeah, I love Jason.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I kept it strictly Instagram DMs for that reason. He was asking for my number, and I was like, you know what, bro? I just use Instagram DMs to message people, and you know, from there on out, it was like 9 message requests the next day, 20 message requests, or like 20 message unread. So yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen. I had to avoid that.
Yeah, Jason's all right though. Do a collab. It'll be funny. You'll get a kick out of him. He's a nice guy.
Ooh, some people actually know in the comments. They've said the name of who's going to be exposed Monday.
I didn't even notice it.
I've been seeing it. Some people know somehow. They must have witnessed at the expo or something.
Yeah, you don't have to repeat it in case someone oh man, I don't want to steal your fucking thunder. So now wait, who was the fucking guy with the black baseball cap and the longish hair that was going? He don't want to talk to you. He's natural. Was that somebody with Jeff's side? Or
So that was Jeff Side's, I guess, friend, the manager. I don't know what you would call him. Maybe probably best friend, something like that.
He was annoying as fuck, bro.
Bro, I got so many messages of people saying, how did you not laugh during like interviewing or talking to him? And you don't realize how hard it was for me to hold everything back when he was saying, you know, Jeff Side could be the next Jay Cutler if he went on a cycle, or that he's natural and he's big. Like, I was containing my laughter so hard just so I could keep it rolling. And it was a fun one though, because I wasn't expecting it. I love just getting like caught off guard when you get like into these debates with people, even though it would have been much more fun, I think, to talk one-on-one with Jeff Side and hear him defend his actual and natural status. But it was entertaining nonetheless. So people sent me his Instagram, and there's all types of memes out there now.
Yeah, he looks exactly like a Major League Baseball pitcher named Jason Vargas, who was on the Mets and then got the Phillies at the deadline. That's why I saw it. I'm like, who? And he's fucking smooth, and he's trying to say, you know, he's building him up, you know. Yeah. But one thing I don't understand, why do people try? Now, I can understand if it's a business purpose. Like Michael Hearn, I can understand. He does a lot of mainstream things, TV and whatnot. I can kind of understand where he wants to keep it where, okay, I'm natty. But a guy like Jeff Side, who the fuck gives a fuck about him to begin with, let alone if he's natty or not? Why do those people want to fucking make believe they're natty?
It's just so, yeah, I don't know. And then people's excuses, man, for it are just atrocious. I've had some people tell me where they don't open up because their sponsor in their contract says they can't talk about it. Okay. So they're afraid. So I understand that viewpoint. You know, when they tell me on camera, they're, you know, we stop recording, they're like, hey, I just can't talk about it on camera because I'll be dropped and that's my only source of income. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, I get it. That's fine. But then I give them the advice. I'm like, just don't touch on it. Don't say you're natural. Just don't acknowledge it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm fine if you don't claim natural, but if you're unnatural and then you're claiming natural, that just kind of skews everything to where you set the false perception for what people can attain. But then there's also, I think, on the other end of the spectrum, the people that have become so invested in the lie that if they were to open up about it, it's like their entire career was based off of that. Like the entire foundation was claiming the natural status. So 30 years down the road, you know, you're like, hey, by the way, I've been unnatural my entire life. Yeah. Everyone's like, what the fuck? For 30 years, you've been telling us you've been natural. But then again, it's like in Jeff Side's case, he's still young. So I don't know why he would be so intimidated to open up about it. Especially because my biggest thing with Jeff Side was I think he was unnatural around the time he got his pro card in Men's Physique. But then he's gotten significantly smaller since those days.
Yeah.
And, you know, if he was natural, that wouldn't just happen, especially because, as his friend was claiming, he's training twice a day, he's doing cardio, he's eating only chicken and rice all day long. He has the most insane gifted genetics in the entire world. And
You ever hear
then,
of genetics?
but like if you were doing that naturally, you wouldn't just all of a sudden lose a shit ton of lean muscle mass. Like you would maintain where you're at to your natural genetic potential.
Yeah.
So the fact that he downsized so much just showed me that I think Jeff Side was unnatural, and then maybe now he's natural at the moment, but back when he got a pro card, hell no. Or before then.
He's got a fucking, I mean, he shredded that kid. So, I mean, it's like, he's got a great fucking physique, regardless of, you know. And I doubt he's fucking natural. Nobody in this fucking industry is natural, bro. Anybody on a fucking stage. You look at the natural contest. These guys all look like fucking, you know, they're, you know, like the teen class, basically. They're so, you know, and then you look at any NPC or that type of fucking amateur, especially IFBB. Even the fucking bikini girls are fucking running fucking cycles. I mean, so it's
right.
For a big guy who's fucking shredded to the balls says, "Oh, I don't fucking use." Come on, man. You know.
Yeah, and it's like even just walking around the expo talking to people that I get on camera, like I'll just be chatting, not filming it. I'm like, hey, like, are you natural? Do you take anything? What do you use? And people are pretty open. Some obviously still claim the natural even off camera. But there's so many people that open up about it, and it's like just the general public is using a ton of stuff. Obviously, the IFBB pros on stage are running hardcore stuff. And as you touched on, even bikini competitors are running like Anavar, SARMs, you know, Clen, all sorts of stuff. Like the physique just doesn't naturally, especially year-round, maintain that level of conditioning.
Yeah.
So
it's fucking impossible. And it's their job, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. If they're fucking doing shit. You know, I got the excuse, I'm an old fuck, I'm on TRT. You know, it's different, I'm 52. So I don't have to worry about, like, stage. I'm just doing it so I can fucking still bang the old lady, you know, on fucking weekends. But I thought the thing that you did, I had Ryan Russo on one of these Instagram lives back then, right after you did the thing with Tony Huge. I thought that was pretty fucking wild. Tony and Trevor did a column for me and stuff that in my print magazine. I think they're both fucking hysterical. I enjoyed them a lot. How did that collaboration with you and Tony come about, Ken?
I mean, I've been Tony since I worked with Enhanced Athlete probably 2 years ago now, if I had to guess. But yeah, ever since then, me and Tony have just talked nonstop, been close. I openly threw out ideas to him about videos, or, you know, we'll have discussions back and forth about like a new SARM, what we think of it, the science behind it, the research. And then when he started doing the Netflix documentaries with Generation Iron, he reached out to me. He's like, hey, you want me to come pin you like 5,000 times a day? Which I do not recommend to anyone, by the way. Definitely don't do it. I will never do it again because it was a little bit much for me. Yeah. But it was a fun experience. There's some crazy guys, but they have some insanely good knowledge, super humble, and, you know, they just speak the truth. And that's really what my channel is all about, and who I really revolve myself around is just the people that are open about everything and trying to spread as much knowledge to help those out there, you know, regardless if it's the good effects of anabolics or the negative side effects, so you know, and you don't entirely fuck yourself up.
Yeah, and talk about being open about what you take. I mean, that whole thing with you and Tony and Ryan, it was, I mean, it was fucking spelled out, fucking shot for shot. And the results themselves, but also, like, risks were fucking, I mean, Ryan looked fucking shot. I don't know if it was like a few days later or a week later when I had him on the show, but he just was like, it was something else, like, you know, I'm not doing it again kind of thing. But you could see that, you know, it was, I mean, it was a fucking experiment, basically, and, you know, what the good and the bad and the indifferent of it. I got to give you a credit also. Your fucking videos, the quality of the video and everything, you know, I've watched your stuff going back way. I mean, not all the time, but I've caught them. You know, I'm not going to bullshit you and say I've seen them all, but I love the newer stuff. Like, you have like the studio set up, you got a fucking the pop on, like I got this stupid fucking with the static pop or something they call it. You definitely, you know, like you said, you left your FD job to do this, and you can see your shit's growing, and you got great fucking following on the YouTube and all of that. So is that that new studio? Did you like build the whole thing where now you're gonna just broadcast out of?
Yeah, it's like constantly growing here and there. Eventually, you know, I want to make like a big studio out of it at some point. Yeah. But I mean, as you know, with like social media, I think it's just always you know, continuing to make better quality, better content, you know, better images, better audio, whatever it may be. Because I look back at some of my old videos, I'm like, oh, like,
that's the best though, bro.
so cringe to watch, but then it's nice to see, yeah.
If you look at your old stuff and you go, oh, that wasn't bad, then you haven't grown.
Right, exactly.
I look at my old videos or I read my fucking old articles and I cringe. I'm who the fuck paid me for this when I worked for MD and Flex? I'm like, I suck. You know?
Right. No, same exact thing here. I look at the quality of the picture and the audio, and it just is. I don't know why people subscribed back then, but I'm happy they did.
Yeah. But that's the, you know what it is though. A lot of times it's how you come across the fucking camera, even if the fucking quality is fucking a low quality picture. If you're coming across the camera as somebody that, you know, you seem like an interesting, entertaining fucking person, people are gonna watch it. And when you start stepping up your game with the quality, you know, it's even fucking better. So, Johnny Bravo is going crazy on here with comments and stuff. Do you have a problem with Johnny? Do you guys ever have a tiff or something?
Oh, Bravo?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with him. He's like message. I think he has a problem with me. I don't know what over. But
deleting comments or something. I don't know. I'm impartial on this. I like Johnny, and you seem like a good guy. I like you too.
No, like I said, I have no problem with Johnny. I think I've even commented on a couple of his photos before. Yeah. Like a couple months ago or something like that. But I think he's friends with
fucking quality video work. He's really good.
Yeah. I think he's friends with Cassidy Campbell.
Yes.
And I think Cassidy Campbell's not fond of me. Which is kind of the same situation. Like I actually have nothing against Cassidy either, but I guess they have it out for me. I think it's because they're friends, or I don't know. I actually can't give like a logical response.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was something, you know, because
yeah, he blows up my DMs. They make like videos on me here and there, which is like totally fine. You know, obviously I make videos on people. People can make videos on me all the time. So
attention's good, dude. Anyway, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe he can chime in why. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, what was the story with this fucking Logan Paul dude? Who is this fucking? First of all, I don't know. He looks like some kind of fucking Disney Channel actor. Who the fuck is he?
So you don't know Logan Paul?
I swear to God, I don't know.
No way.
I ain't gonna jerk you off. I don't know who he is.
Oh man. Okay, let's see. How can I mean, he's one of the biggest YouTubers, I guess, is just the easiest way to put it. Like him, KSI, they're notorious they're going to be doing a boxing match, like a YouTuber boxing match at the Staples Center pretty soon, I think. But basically, he's just one of the biggest YouTubers, you know, filming like vlogs and the life type stuff.
It's not bodybuilding or fitness. It's just general stuff.
No, but he made with his boxing stuff. He was doing a lot of boxing type videos, and then like slap box type stuff, similar to what happened in Russia. He was going to go over there and do the whole slap box championship thing they have there.
Yeah.
So because it kind of fell in the niche of fitness, I decided to make a couple videos on it, and then I had Slap for Cash, which was the guy that got knocked out by Logan Paul. Come on the channel and talk about how like the knockout was fake and everything, and it was all staged for YouTube and for views. But yeah, I guess to like answer your question as simple as possible, yeah, Logan Paul's just like one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform.
Okay, well, you know what it is, I'm not into the whole pop culture stuff, so like the fitness guys like in our industry on YouTube, I know, but I'm looking at, you know, some of your different videos, and I'm like, who is this kid? I mean, he just looks like he looks like a.
They're like, wait, is he in the fitness industry? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, what am I just like, you know, running your own fucking company, which obviously, you know, you're doing yourself now. You never fucking have a day off. You're always busy. You're doing shit. When you try to catch up on something else going on, sometimes you miss certain things. So I'm like, is this somebody that I fucking miss? But slap boxing, made infamous by Rich Piana and Jason Genova.
R.I.P. man. See, I feel like those were the like pristine, great days in the fitness industry. Like those were the entertaining days when we had like Rich Piana and, you know, Jason going to the expos. Like those were the fun days. Yeah. Now we're in this weird period where it's just a bunch of like fake naturals, and I feel like that's primarily the majority of what's going on.
Yeah. It seems like you and Brad Castleberry you know, like you guys were having a fun video doing that stuff together at the expo last weekend, right? So there's no beef between you two guys, right?
Oh, no. I mean, it's really hard to say. Like, I can say this on live. Brad is one of the most interesting guys I've ever met in person. He's exactly how he is in film or on footage on my YouTube channel. When you're just talking to him, say, like, on the street, if you bump into him, he'll probably have, like, a shirt off. He's, like, super over the top. I don't know if it's something mentally or if he's on something recreationally, drug-wise all the time, or what he does. But he is the most interesting guy I've ever met. But I don't know if he has beef with me, but I just love Brad. I love interactions with him. I love to, like, ask him questions and just let him respond and see what turns out of that. And, yeah, it's just a very interesting dynamic because I don't fully understand him, and it, like, puzzles me so much that I just want to always film with him. Yeah,
yeah. Well, cool. Who is this guy, Dave? They keep telling me to ask you about somebody named Dave. I don't know who they're talking about. Dave who? I'm getting a lot of comments saying ask him about Dave. Let me see. I got one of these questions. Yeah. I think Dave is...
Dave Colombo, maybe?
I don't know. Did Jeff Side comment after his friend's rant? Oh, that's...
Oh, maybe Jeff Side's friend is the name?
Jeff Side's talk after his friend's rant on there.
Yeah, maybe that's Jeff Side's friend. Dave something.
Dave, somebody just wrote Dave Lade.
Oh, David Lade. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was who I filmed with in the first Expo video I put out this week.
Okay.
So he's another similar situation to Jeff Side, where there's a lot of conflict on both ends.
Is that the kid that walked away from you and then you said, yo, come back here, and he came back to you?
No, he's the smaller guy on camera who was, like, really nervous talking to me wearing the Gymshark shirt.
Yeah.
And I asked him whether he was natural or not, and he said, like, of course. And then we got into talking about Gymshark. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what else happened in that conversation. But basically, he's the same as the Jeff Side situation, where he has fans who think he's natural, people who think he's unnatural, and you know, there's always that conflict back and forth whether he's natural or not. So that was essentially what that interaction was about.
Back with this fucking natty. It's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I still don't understand. Like you said, there are reasons if they have to say this fucking protein powder made me what I am today. All right, you know.
Yeah.
It would sound so much better. If I was the protein powder company, I'd be like, listen, you could say whatever the fuck you want, but just say the protein powder works with you too. I mean, you're not lying. You know, you say, all right, I'm on fucking, you know, I'm on Test and Deca, but I also use, you know, Blackstone Labs fucking supplements, and they, you know, they give me that, pick me up in the morning, and I get my fucking post-workout, you know, shaking, and my casein at night, and I don't know. I look at business in a more simpler way of doing things. I don't try to convolute and change everything.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say this. You can't say whatever the fuck you want, man. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But you got some cool videos here with some different people with the fucking girls and stuff like that. That fucking girl. Who is that foreign girl that's fucking huge? The real muscular one. I'm trying to find that one on your page now.
Real muscular. Was it in person?
No, it's a female with more muscle than most men. It's called.
Ooh.
Last year, yeah.
It's probably like Natalia would be my guess, or I'm trying to think that. I've made so many videos.
I like fucking female bodybuilders. I'm a fucking freak, so I'm gonna call my fucking eye. But also you talking about the fucking Brittany Dawn, that whole thing. I mean, that was. I mean. I still don't understand how people send people fucking money for how to fucking work out and eat.
Right. I don't know. You know, you think some people would watch some form of social media. I mean, it was even on the news in Texas.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was national news. I don't even know. I think it was on one of them.
It was on Fox News, the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're going to buy her plan, obviously it's like an online personal training type thing. I would think you would type in her name, and some of the first results would be YouTube videos and then the news article and, you know, interview with her reporting on it. It's like, wouldn't you watch that before you go and then buy it? So, yeah, it's just
your money. Unbelievable.
I mean, one thing I've noticed though is, and as sad as it is to say, any publicity is good publicity. So even though Brittany Dawn got ripped apart because she got talked about, she might have had some people that left and unsubscribed or unfollowed her and, you know, completely cut her off. Yeah. But then it also gave her attention, where there's probably people who were blind to the whole situation who then followed her in return, and then she gained new clients out of it. So, and then once all the drama and everything blows over, she ends off better than where she started. I've seen it happen so many times. Even Logan Paul, who we just talked about, the YouTuber, he went through a lot of drama where he essentially like killed his career filming a lot of controversial videos and then received a lot of flack for it. But then as soon as all the drama blew over, he's still one of the top YouTubers and growing more. So, yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. Like any publicity is good publicity, and there's the reason there's a saying for it.
Yeah, some people obituaries, the old fucking you mentioned Simeon Panda before. I mean, to me, he looks like he's got a great fucking physique. I would never in a million years say that guy looks natural. And that's another guy that's, you know, he's trying to put up a front and he's not. I mean, he's a fucking fitness guy. He's got contracts. So, like, you know, it's possible maybe that he has some kind of clause. But I think they just look worse when they have their friends come out and start shit.
Right.
Physical fucking things at expos to, you know, protect their fucking, you know, reputation or something. I think that, you know, it looks so fucking.
I especially think too, like in today's day and age, you just get more respect if you're just open about it, you know.
Yeah.
I think honestly, his following would grow even more if he dropped the whole natural thing and was like, made a video saying, hey, I take test D-ball deco, or I take test trend, whatever, you know, whatever he's on. If he just opened up and talked about it, I honestly think he would probably grow more social media wise and respect wise than claiming the whole natural thing.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. To me, the natural thing is, it's kind of fucking.
And one thing I personally noticed is anyone that claims natural are usually the ones that aren't natural. Like, I don't know what fucked up thing it is, but the ones that are actually natural just don't talk about it. Like, they don't feel the need to claim natural. They don't feel the need to say, obviously they're not unnatural, but they don't feel the need to claim natural. The ones that put natural as the first thing in their bio are usually more times, 9 times out of 10, the ones that are unnatural. It's like, I don't know mentally, like, what is going on, if it's bigorexia or what it is, but or to be the biggest natural of all time. But anytime I hear someone say they're natural, I'm like, you're probably not then.
Yeah, I'm fucking full of shit.
You just wouldn't talk about it if you were actually natural.
What was Sharu's? Sharu was in the middle of that. And he was playing Peacemaker, which is cool, with the whole Jeremy and Rashid thing. Why was he, was he part of Jeremy's, like, you know, friends and shit like that?
I think so. I'm not entirely positive. But I've heard he, was like there with Jeremy. I don't know what the relationship is or what the whole backstory is, but yeah, something like that if I had to guess.
Yeah, Sharu's been around this industry for, I mean, you know, he's a lot of people. That's why I'm watching the video. And I even think I commented on, I don't know if it was on your Instagram, like, I said, is that Sharu in the middle of that? And somebody wrote, yeah, that's him. Because I'm looking saying, that looks like him, but what the fuck's got to do with Buendia? I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe he could touch on that or something. I doubt he would.
I was just curious because he's, you know, promoted shows and all of that stuff. I mean,
right.
Like, he's walking with this, you know, this young fucking guy who's he had a bad year, Jeremy. I mean, between all the bullshit involved and Dexter fucking just shitting all over him. I mean, and then the girl stuff, and then he says he's not going, you know, he wasn't competing. I mean, people have bad years, but he had a fucking ringer up there, and probably deserved it. I mean, if you ask my fucking opinion on it, I think he deserved it. You know,
right?
He's a fucking cocky little kid, talks a lot of shit, and if he smacks broads around, then he's, you know, even worse than that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a fun industry to be in.
It is, yeah.
I think that's the only way to put it.
Who is your favorite guy in this industry? And it doesn't have to be a fucking pro. I mean, just all
Probably
around.
Brad Castleberry. It has to
You
be
like
Brad.
Brad?
Yeah. He's just the most entertaining, because you have to think, most people I film with, I kind of know what it's going to be like before I film, like what the conversation, what the attitude towards one another is going to be like. And with Brad, I every single time don't know what to expect. I don't know if he's going to dislike me and try and kick me out of his booth, if he's going to be friendly, if he's going to say some crazy stuff, if he's going to try and pick me up and swing me around. It's like I never know what to expect with him. And like I said, I don't know if it's something recreationally he's taking or if it's him being him. I legitimately don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely Brad would have to be the number one in the industry.
All right,
for
hey,
sure.
that's cool. That's cool. And how old are you, by the way? You're a young guy still, right?
Yeah, 26.
Oh shit, man! I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Literally twice your age.
That's good though.
It doesn't get any easier.
More
bro.
knowledge. Knowledge comes with age. I have a lot of lessons to learn still. So.
Nah, but you're doing. You know what? You're doing good. You fucking got it. You got a good following and shit, and that's pretty cool. Like you're with Blackstone now. And,
thank you.
I met TJ back in 2009, and he's gone through a lot of things in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
He's, he's succeeded very well. Through the whole breakup with Aaron and shit, and they both went their own way, and they both are succeeding now, which is kind of cool. So, how did you and PJ hook up?
I mean, pretty much just how you mentioned. Like he kind of went through a lot. I've been through a lot with my channel. I think like you're just kind of like gravitated towards one another. But I was with Generation Iron at the Arnold this year filming, and they knew PJ, so we went over to the Blackstone booth. I got to meet PJ, film with PJ, and that was the first time meeting him in person. I had heard of him and, seen videos on him, stuff like that before. But then met him. I liked his vibe. We just really had a lot of the same type of interest and viewpoints on the fitness industry. So, and then we continued to talk for quite some time since the Arnold, pretty much on and off, about like topics and everything that's going on. And then, yeah, pretty much the same viewpoints on everything. So it just made sense to essentially work together.
Yeah, the best dressed man in bodybuilding, I called him. I was talking to him. He is a fucking snazzy dresser, man.
Yeah,
I couldn't pull off some of that fucking patterns he wears. He looks good enough.
Right? I'm like, oh man, I showed up in like ripped jean shorts and a tank top, and he shows up in a full blown suit. I'm like, oh man.
Oh man, yeah.
This is the start to the expo.
He definitely has a fucking wardrobe that I would fucking kill for. But Crystal, who always reminds me of shit. She told me I only have 5 minutes left, so I don't want to get cut off.
No, you're
good. A chance to plug all of your stuff. So go ahead, man. Your turn.
I mean, obviously the Instagram you guys are watching, Real Kenny KO, more active in my bigger following and more content on YouTube, Kenny KO. You can just search that in. I'm sure you will find the channel. And yeah, I publish about 2 to 3 videos a week. I try to, and it's always covering the drama, exposing the truth. And there's going to be a lot more videos. And like I mentioned, Monday is going to be the craziest one of the whole entire Olympia Expo weekend. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, I think there's no other real social media plugs, but Instagram, YouTube.
Instagram and YouTube. And coming on Monday, the big reveal.
The big reveal video that everyone's been waiting for.
One last question. Everything between you and Nick Miller cool? You guys put that...
Nick Strength Power?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no beef. Me and Nick are actually really cool. Yeah. We talk a lot, too, behind the scenes, like on Instagram and over text message about a lot of topics and stuff that's going on. So a lot of people don't know that. But, yeah, me and Nick are really cool. Twin brothers,
I'm glad,
as I said.
You bring a different, Nick's more like straightforward.
Right.
I think he's really knowledgeable, and he's done some videos for me. And he really, for a young guy, he knows his shit. And you're doing your thing, which is I kind of like gravitate towards that because I'm the shit star and like fucking media, print media are part of this whole fucking, stupid industry that we're all a part of. So, but I think it's good. You guys are a good yin and yang where he's, does his thing and you do
fine balance,
Yeah, it's easier instead of... There's plenty of people that we could point our fucking guns at in this industry.
Right. Exactly. But Nick has some great content, yeah, and he pumps out videos like no one I've ever seen. Yeah. So massive respect to him for sure.
Yeah, he's doing good, and I'm glad to see that you guys put that shit behind you, because you guys are two good guys. I want to see you.
Yeah. So it's nice to finally, it's nice to meet in person finally at Olympia, and get to go face to face rather than via phone call or text message. Yeah. It's actually talked about a lot. So yeah, it's really nice to actually finally meet him.
Are you going to the LA Fit Expo by any chance?
Yeah, I'll be at all the big expos this year. So LA Fit, Arnold, and then Olympia, I think, are the big three in the US. So I'll be at all three of those for sure.
Well, we'll talk between now and then. I want to meet you in person, do an interview at the LA, and let's have a fucking beer at night, bro. You're part of the LSM family. Have a fucking drink with us, man. Of
course, brother. Yeah, and I appreciate you having me on the channel, man.
I appreciate you coming on, man. Kenny KO right here on Titan Records. Ask Me Anything, and Ask Me Anything MSM style. I'm trying to say it too fast. Thanks, bro.